Hello. I'm assuming we've lost Walter. Oh, he looks like he's logging back in. Hello, my friends, and welcome. Hopefully you all can hear me. If I can just get a thumbs up if you all can hear me. I'm watching my little thing go, and I think my mic is working. So hello, Shalana. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Penny. Throw in the chat if you can hear me. I think there's probably a delay. So let me see. I think Walter's there. So let's see if we can get him back. I'm not sure if he can hear me. I'm trying to bring him in.
I can hear you.
There we go.
All
I went to
right.
the screen and it was black. I'm like, oh, I think we've lost him. And then you were gone. So
okay, yeah,
are you,
you're
my friend?
freezing a little bit.
I am.
I'm good. How about you? Yeah,
I'm doing good. I'm not sure
Good.
if it's freezing on my end or not. We'll just keep going.
Okay.
If we get a freeze here from these guys, I can maybe come back in and reboot my camera.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Perfect.
We can I'm laughing at my sister Brenda. Come back, brother. You're a funny one, Brendan. Yeah, but hello to everyone joining us tonight. Hello to Penny and to Shalana and Brenda and Brandon and April and Nicole. Yeah.
Sandy, I think, has popped in. April's popped in. Luann, I see, popped in with a thumbs up on the hearing thing. So, well, welcome, my friends. We
Awesome.
are moving on from Halloween, I think, aren't we? We're going snow, even though we're not even there yet. Even though it's still pretty warm here in Atlanta, so it doesn't feel like Christmas yet. I think I have a delay. I'm not sure what's going on because Walter froze. You froze on me too, my friend. So maybe if we go down to our down cameras and get started.
Okay. Yeah, let's give that a try.
All right.
Hi, Kate.
Technology, we gotta love it. Kate, I think I'm still glitching. It was 50 in Minnesota today. Oh, and I'm coming back on Sunday, Sandy. So
is Shawn frozen on your screen? Am I frozen on your screen? Can you hear us?
You're frozen. You're frozen for me, Walter. Let me just switch.
Okay, I'm just not sure if it's on.
Walter, I've lost you, Walter. Technology, we gotta love it. YouTube is having outages. Good to know. So I think it might be something on our end too. We'll wait till Walter pops in. I see Penny in the wings here as well. So we've got something going. I will get started as we're waiting for Walter to pop in, and I can pop him on camera. But thank you all so much for your patience. We just got to go with the flow. We are bringing you some holiday today. I can hear and see Shawn, and if I move in, I think we're good. So we're just going to keep going because nothing's freezing on my side. So I'm not sure if it's connections or what it is. So we have the basically, this is City Sidewalks collection, and we are mixing up some of the Midtown Magic paper for you. Walter and I each did 2 different cards with 2 different stamp sets. So you're going to see this over the next couple of weeks where we're using some different stamp sets between the 2 of us from the same collection, just so that you can see both and we can feature both for you. So that's going to be kind of new the next several weeks. And so tonight I am using the Winter Home stamp set. Nice little small stamp set with some city lines and buildings. 2 greetings on this one. May your heart be light this winter, and congrats on your new home. So this is a great new home card as well as a winter kind of holiday one. So nice little stamp set. Then I'm using the Midtown Magic paper, and this one is so cool. This one reminds me, and I put in my description of one of the card I made, of going to New York over the holidays and the snow falling. The window displays are up, the street lights are up. This also reminds me of some of the older Christmas cards that we would get, the full scene cards that you could buy at like the 5 and dime in the big economy pack is what this reminds me of. And the city skylines on these are just so cool. And so I'm using I've made some extra cards, and I'll show you the extras here at the end. And then I'll show you the main card here that we're going to make for you tonight. And I tried to do cards featuring the full scene just because I felt this paper just needs to do its justice, right? I mean, these are great scenes with just little splashes of color in there. And on my card tonight, we're just going to enhance that color just a little bit, and I'll show you how. And then I'm using the, this is the Simple Snowflakes cutting dies. And I use this in a lot of the Christmas cards I've been doing lately. All right, there he is. Let's get him back on screen.
Hi there.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Restream booted me. My internet's working fine though. Like I checked other things and they were going fine.
Yeah, same here. And I think April said a couple of people have said YouTube's having issues this evening. So hopefully we just don't freeze. Everyone said we weren't freezing. You were freezing a couple times on me. So I think it's either a Restream or YouTube thing.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
I have explained the products I'm using, and that's as far as I got. So if you want to start with your product, that was just perfect timing.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. So tonight I'm going to be using this really cute stamp set called Flurry of Joy. And I'm making 2 cards. I'm using one with the person sledding, one with the person skiing. I'm also using the Sugar Plum Pines paper collection. It's a lot of fun. I have used so much of this. I think the collection's like halfway gone for me because I'm using it so much. Really love that paper. I'm also using the new Tinsel Twinkle glitter glaze. Really pretty, sparkly, and I absolutely love it. And last but certainly not least, I'm using the Frosty Finish textured finish. This stuff is amazing. I am having a blast playing around with this. So, yeah, those are the products I'll be using tonight.
One thing about there is the Tinsel Twinkle, and then the Evergreen Evening. One thing to know about these glazes is I have noticed that the glitter is much thicker in this mixture versus say like Fallen Snow, where it's pretty clear with a little glitter in it. These are pretty packed with glitter.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a thing to call out on that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to show your card?
Sure. I actually made 2. They're pretty quick to make, and I did some cutting in advance, but my first card is the one skiing. And as you can see, I have a smaller panel that's set against the nice patterned paper with the sentiment, peace, joy, and frosty cheer. And then I used that frosty finish to make it look like he's going over a hill. And then the second one is a shaker, and that's of someone sledding down the hill. And sending you a flurry of joy. So those are my 2 cards for the night.
Love it. This is my one card I'm going to make, and then I've got 4 that I'll show here at the end pre-made with a mixture of all these products. So I did another Zoe Fold card, and what I've done different with this Zoe Fold is I've cut out my inner card with a die cut. Then I've put the 3 layered snowflakes here in the corner, and these act as my locking device. So this locks that card in place. You slip it under the snowflake, and then it locks that in place. So then you just open it like so.
Nice. That's really cool.
So, yeah, thank you. So We're going to do this one, and then I'll show my other ones here at the end once I get started on this.
Okay, sounds good. Hello, Andrea.
Andrea, I saw Cara popping in, so welcome, you guys.
Oh, yeah, hello. Yeah, so I decided since my designs are a little bit more simple, I figured I can probably make 2 cards tonight. And I got all my cutting done in advance. So really, they're going to be pretty easy to assemble and take care of. And as an incentive, I'm actually looking forward to a show at 9 o'clock that's actually going to be they're investigating a location here in Massachusetts.
Oh, for what?
They're investigating the Bridgewater Triangle for paranormal phenomena. So it's a very well-known area of the state that tends to have some really strange things happening. And there's a famous hitchhiking ghost that many people have claimed to see.
Huh. I think we have a series in our future coming up. Scott was just telling me before we started, there's the called the Murdaugh murders here in this area.
Oh, yeah.
From many years ago. Well, he has Scott's cousin, who is a filmmaker, has made a new documentary that's on Hulu. So I'm like, well, we're going to have to watch it.
Oh, so I've seen the ads for it. Okay.
Yeah. So it's filmed by Scott's cousin. And so we're super excited. She's done several documentaries, and she does very well. I think she's actually won a couple awards. So she's done really, really well.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to check it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Melissa. I'm glad to see you here, our friend.
Hello, hello.
Yeah,
I didn't do this on my original card, but I'm going to throw a little glitter on these and just let it dry while we're going, since I had it out.
There you go.
Shine it up.
Melissa, there seems to be... that one needs to be re-inked. Am I going to have enough to get through? No, I'm not. Okay, I need to switch ink pads. Melissa, there seems to be some technical difficulties out in YouTube land tonight. So glad that you made it on through.
I mean, kind of comforting to know it's not necessarily us, but then not comforting because there's issues.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
And I think we have 3, I think, isn't it, Walter? We've got 3 Brutus Monroe birthdays this week to celebrate.
That's right. There are. Do you want to say who they are?
Sure. We wanted to wish a happy birthday, if he's still in, to our amazing friend and Brutus Monroe follower, Brandon. So happy birthday to you, Brandon. And then I haven't seen her pop in. Let's see if is that better? A little low, but his mic is picking up a lot of extra noise, so I've turned him down a bit. Let me know if it's a problem. And I'll just put it up closer so it's not so low. These mics are super sensitive. And then Cordelia. I don't see her popping in here yet this evening, so happy birthday to Cordelia. And then our one and only Jessica McCardle, our Brutus Monroe Director of Operations.
Yeah, so happy birthday to each of you. Hoping that you all had very special days. You're welcome. You are welcome, Brandon. You're always so kind in following and commenting and supporting us that wanted to make sure that you received a shout out.
For my snowflakes, I just did some ink smushing with some distress inks and just splattered it with silver, and then that's what I cut out for my snowflakes. That was just done beforehand. So
oh yes, they are birthday twinsies, huh? Pretty cool. I mean, I'm kind of jealous. I would love to share my birthday with Jess.
Let's see if I can even read my handwriting here. Score at, I think it was 3, and let's just look.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing that happens with age. Handwriting gets harder to read.
Well, between handwriting and then being able to see it.
True that.
Happens before we know it. Based on this one, 4 1/4, cut the long way by 9 1/2, and then it's just scored once at 3 1/2 to get that fold on that one. Then the inside card is 3 by 8, scored at 4.
Ellen, hello. Hello, friend.
Everyone's like, "Yay, I made it in." Yes, there's lots of stuff going on this evening. All right. On that inside card, after folding it, let me zoom out just a little bit since I've got my, there we go. I'm just using a scalloped die and making sure it goes edge to edge. And then I'm just going over the flap so it does not cut the flap off, so it stays as a card to fold, essentially. And then I'll do a second one, the nesting die portion of that for the inside of the card and the layer on top.
I have to say that I am really enjoying creating with this month's release. Christmas is one of my favorite crafty times of the year, not only for card making, but also just for crafting in general. And I think that this release this month is just so much fun.
I agree. And then there's the Christmas calories set. One of the sentiments says something about baked goods, so I made some tags already for me to use as well to give
nice.
baked goods, because it actually calls out, something about baked good calories are good or something, and it was just the perfect sentiment.
Oh, I wish that were true. I go to the doctor for a check-in on Monday, and I know that my love of baked goods and carbs is going to come up. So
I have my mother to thank for my sweet tooth. Is like terrible, terrible sweet tooth.
It's funny. I do as well. My mother made some really good desserts, and
there's always sweets in her house, and then my mom has just the biggest sweet tooth as well. So between that and coffee, it's like.
Hello, Christy. Welcome, friend. Nice to virtually see your smiling face tonight.
Yes.
For these cards, I found that instead of using markers for the coloring, which, of course, they can be tough when the images are small, I found that using my gel pens was extremely helpful. And so most of my coloring tonight is done with gel pens.
I feel like Christmas I use the gold and the white gel pens the most. Then they sit there for the year.
Oh, thank you, Brenda. Yeah, I do okay with some holiday treats. Yeah. I appreciate your kindness and vote of confidence.
Sandy's commenting on the retreat she was at this last weekend. I was talking to her today, and she said one night she was up till, I didn't remember what she said now, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning crafting. I'm like, or almost all night or something. I'm like, holy buckets.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Right?
I don't know that. Actually, it's funny. When Christy and I were at Crop on the Cape in the spring, I would go up to my room around 10:30 at the latest, and Christy would stay down there crafting. So I'm also the type that I love being at events like that, but I definitely need my me time.
Yeah.
To kind of unwind and just veg out.
Well, you get a little like overstimulated. Plus, then it's like you feel like you got to be on and talking, and
Yes, exactly. Yep. We're good tonight, Christy. Hope you had a good day. Yeah, that's kind of funny, huh? We're the men of Monroe, but we're also known as the moms.
Right. I mean, kind of a cool shortened version, if we think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing but respect for moms in general, and especially my own when she was with us, and my sisters. So,
yep,
that is a compliment to me.
So I just took inside my Misty. I've lined up 2 of the houses with the street light off of this stamp set to fit right inside that little inside piece here.
Well, hello, Annette. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in.
Oh, hey.
And did I see you mention that Geraldine is here too? If you are, hello, Geraldine. Nice to see you too.
Just started following these guys from our hop that we were on.
Yeah.
Walter.
Yep.
That hop was just fantastic. That was just the best.
It was really well done. Geraldine did such an amazing job organizing it, but everyone on the hop was just so nice, and it was really a great experience. Forgot to stamp my sentiment while I was stamping.
Well done. Everyone was just so supportive, and great videos and cards, and
yeah. Yep, absolutely. And it's nice because I had already followed so many people that were part of the hop, and then I got to know even more people, which is always, I mean, it's so cool. Sandy, it was a hop. It was giving gratitude.
Grateful or gratitude or something. Yep.
And it was a couple of weeks back now. There was an Instagram portion and a YouTube portion, and you could contribute to one or both. It was great. And it was a way for us also to say thank you to our followers and express gratitude to them for following us and supporting and commenting. And
a lot of new video people too on that one. I know people were like helping each other try to get their first video out, or they hadn't done them for so long, and that was kind of fun.
Yeah. 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 And, that was a nice, kind of a nice thing that happened is that I actually gained about 20 new followers thanks to the hop.
Yeah, same here.
So, yeah. So that was awesome.
We forgot to mention, just so everybody knows, Walter and I are using the City Sidewalks collection. Everything that we're using tonight has been given to us for free as design team members, just to feature and show for you. The link, I believe, I'm not sure if I don't think I put in the description. So maybe Penny can pop the link in for us on the bundle for the evening. Everything's listed now separately, as we had said a couple weeks ago. So you're not tied to the bundle. I think they did bundle the products for this one. And now I don't have it up on screen. It was like $54 or $53, right around there, if I remember right, that they did bundle for this one.
Yep. Yeah, and it is a really, really fun release. I'm just having a lot of fun creating, and not only creating cards. I've made some. I've made at least one non-card project so far, and I'm hoping to do more because you can use these stamps on more than paper.
The cards I have to show here at the end, this time I went simple with the washi and things. I just felt this was like a good stamp set, or good stuff to go simple cards, even just to make them easy to make, easy to use with using the stencil and different things. So I didn't make like complicated stuff, which was kind of fun for a change, just to kind of sit and zone out and make some stuff easy templates kind of thing,
Absolutely, yeah. Well, because you're always pushing the envelope and trying something different. That's what I love about your style, is that you do a lot of fun folds. I don't necessarily do that. I'm kind of a little bit more traditional when it comes to making, but you are definitely more adventurous than I am.
Well, it was nice to veg the brain and do some easy cards. And still have them like duplicatable. You know what I mean? Like, I was trying to think how I can make them still people can duplicate it.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I took the nesting die twice and cut it out with the one size smaller than what I used for the frame. You don't have to cut on this because it's smaller. It fits inside without having to cut off where that fold is. Be honest, that was just when I went to do it, I thought I'm going to have to cut it, and it worked out perfectly. So it was not a plan. It was not planned that way.
Well, that's okay. Sometimes those happy accidents happen.
Oh, I was like, nope, don't have to ruin it and cut off an edge and make it look, weird. I think I like that, yeah. Soy folds are kind of fun too because they're actually really easy, and it makes it look like you put so much into it. They're pretty easy.
Yep. Oh, thanks, guys. That's really nice That's nice of you to say, April and Sandy. Much appreciated. They called us yin and yang, and Sandy said, "I love seeing the versatility of both your talents."
Oh, nice. Except Walter's been a little bit more on the yang side the last couple of weeks, which has been kind of fun.
And I'll definitely get back there again.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. It was kind of, your last couple of cards have been really fun.
Yeah, must have been in a funky mood. Although, I do have to say, I mean, Alice in Wonderland certainly lends itself to really fun, kind of out there designs.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I think we're going to go with this one.
And it's funny, since we're doing Christmas, I am definitely much more traditional when it comes to Christmas designs. So you'll see me doing more of like, a traditional card.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to zoom in. So what I did with all the ones that I used this paper on, just because I wanted to intensify this, I just took some of my distress, and where's my blue I want? We're going to go this one, and just painted it on. So I took, this is just candied apple with just a little bit of water, not too much, just to get my ink to move. And then I went through where I have red, like on the awnings, and I'm not worried about, I'm okay if it looks kind of random and not in the lines per se. And just intensifying everything that had red, yellow, and blue. We'll just add a little to the trees here, just to add some bulbs or something to the trees, even though they're not on there. We'll just add a little bit. No thought process behind this whatsoever, just enhancing what's already in the picture and just not worried about the lines. Then for the blue, I just took the blue, not a whole lot in the dark because it's not going to show anyway. And I just took a little bit on the street, so it just gave a little bit more of a, I'm going to see if I can't zoom in so you can kind of see. There we go. And just almost like it's a little bit of a snowy ice on the street. We'll go just enhance this just a little bit.
Yeah, those papers truly are gorgeous. They just fantastic.
Oh, the scenes on them are just so cool.
Yeah, that's another set that I could just put into a frame and display.
Mm-hmm. Totally. I think you had kind of gotten bumped off, I think, when I was explaining. I think I put on one of my descriptions of my cards. These totally remind me of going to New York at Christmas and seeing with like a little light snowfall, walking on the street with all the whatchamadoodles, the windows all displayed, and just gave me that New York kind of vibe.
Absolutely, I agree. And I'm going to put a plug in there, and New York is great. Boston has some pretty cool winter scenery, Christmas scenery too. So I'm just going to put a plug in for the hometown, Christy,
I need to get,
my goodness, you could not give me a nicer compliment. Thank you. That's really, really sweet of you. And why that?
Oh, nice.
Why that means so much to me is my mother was a huge Thomas Kincaid fan. And we bought her a Christmas or not a Christmas. We bought her a non-Christmas, I think, Thomas Kincaid picture. And that's just really, really sweet. That means a lot to me.
That's
and
awesome.
You didn't even know that. So thank you.
All right, now I'll just cut these two sides. So I'm working as a scene. So I'm trying, when this is folded, it's still that full scene. So I'm working from basically left to right as I apply this on my card. Let me get this way to this way, cutting it this way to this way. So this was 3 1/8, I believe. Yep, 3 1/8. And everything is, let's see, my DSP is 3 7/8. And so I took it off the top so I could still keep most of this scene. And that'll vary depending on which one you do for your scene. 3 7/8.
Okay, now the next one.
3 1/8.
So to make it easier to know where I wanted to stamp on this one, since I'm using a shaker globe window, I just traced where this is going, so I know where I have to put something like, color and where I don't. And I pre-cut my hole for that so that I know it's going to work out just perfect there when I'm ready for it. So I do love these shaker domes. They're quite handy.
Three 3/8. So my mat is going to be always 3 3/8 high. That don't seem right. Four 1/8. Math is hard.
I deal with math and Excel spreadsheets all day, so.
3 3/8. 1, 2, and 3. Is that right? That looks right. 3 3/8 on that side looks perfect. And then that one, 4 1/8 by 5 7/8. Four 1/8.
Hope that all of you out there are having a good week.
Okay. There we go. Nobody's commented. Is my sound any better? I moved my mic, so I don't know if it's still picking up a whole bunch of stuff or not.
You sound fine to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't notice really any kind of extra sound coming through.
Okay, perfect. Three 7. 3 1. Has anybody gone on and checked out the new holiday stuff or purchased any of it yet?
Yeah, good question.
Like, just curious on what everybody's thinking. There's all kinds of like the kitty Christmas stuff and
I am a huge sucker for anything that is kind of like a small town or, a Christmas town scene. And so for me, there are some stamps similar to the set you're using tonight with the city that really, I just love them. I think they're a lot of fun.
I mean, very, I guess vintagey. It's. I was saying how these remind me of those packs that your mom would buy or your grandma would buy at like the 5 and dime with those scenery and stuff on them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Kind of like the city is a little bit more modern, but some of the stamps I've seen kind of have a Courier and Ives feel. And
Oh yeah.
I love Courier and Ives. So if I could walk into a Courier and Ives painting, and live there, I think I'd be a very happy person. Sandy got some things from the new release. Kara likes the Cat Creative cards and the Midtown Magic paper. Yep.
Yeah.
April, I know. I'm waiting for the dog puppy version too, because I am totally a dog person. Not that I dislike cats. I like dogs better. Let's see. Penny said Hope City Sidewalks, Jess's birthday kit, Sweet Holiday, and Kitty Christmas. Yeah. There are some fabulous items out there. There were also some really great items that don't forget to kind of go back to the summer when some holiday stuff came out, because there were some awesome acetate sheets with
Oh yes.
like
Yep.
snowflakes on them that would go fabulous with this release. If they're still available, they're amazing, and they're pretty inexpensive. So and they'll add so much. Like if you layer those acetate sheets with the snowflakes on top of this city paper, there's not much more you have to do. You have a really
Right.
pretty card there.
Right.
Now, call me crazy, but I decided I wanted to use a marker for my background here for the sky. And the reason why I did is I kind of wanted little streaks because of like it looking like it's snowing out and kind of the change when you see the wind blowing. And so that is why I am coloring my sky with a light blue alcohol marker.
I'm assembling. So when you do a Zoe fold, just remember that you've got your one normal fold here. The Zoe folds opposite. So when you assemble this, you want to assemble this so that it is opposite as well. Oh, a little crooked on that. So that it opens the opposite way, and then when you assemble it, make sure you've got things facing that opposite direction of what you need it to for whatever you're decorating that with. And then I layered up my snowflakes. So I did one of each die cut in a dark blue, and then in the one that I ink smushed. And then this time I smeared on that tinsel twinkle, which I need to dry this a little bit, and then we'll layer these up for the locking mechanism.
April.
Oh yeah, that holiday coffee set's really cute. I like the fact that he had the fall one and now he's got the holiday one. Just know that the holiday one though, they're smaller. They're not as big as that fall one.
Yep. Yeah, I have that one as well, and it is really cool. It's a lot of fun. Okay, now I just want to get some snowflakes randomly out here.
All right.
Oh, that's on the wrong side.
I am totally digging these two new glitter glazes. I just love the color of them.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, both of them are just fantastic. Come on, you. All right, let's get those stamped.
So on my snowflakes, 2 are going on my Zoe card. 1 will go over here on this card to lock that flap down, like so. All right, we'll let that dry. I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna just show you guys the other products that I used first, and then I'll show you the other cards that I made with these products that are released out. So that's I think that Penny just threw this up. So that's, no, she put up the snowflake acetate. Penny, could you, if there's any of these left in stock, could you throw up this one is the Simple Snowflakes cutting die. Then I used on a card the Sleigh Ride stencil. So this is a layering stencil to make a sleigh. So you've got the sleigh itself. Then if you layer this up, you will have the present in the sleigh. Then you'll get the ribbon over here on the sleigh. Then you've got the snowflake. Snowflake can either go on the sleigh, or you'll see I've used it just by itself on a card coming up here. Used it a couple times that way. And then I'll grab that one here in a second. I did the same thing as Walter. I've been using the Sugar Plum Pines a lot. I think I've down a half a pad already of this one. This one I like. It's got a very pink and light green and brown tones to it. I'm pausing. I had a sneeze coming. That went away. So nice tones to this one. If you want to kind of bring out some pink and brown and green tones for that like non-traditional kind of feel. Then I've used the occasional greetings on several cards. I've used it on a Halloween card because you've got all the different occasions on here. I did use this Merry Christmas right there on a couple different cards. And then the washi. So you've got the Snow Globe Stories washi. I'll zoom in a little bit here. And then you've got the White Christmas washi, which has some nice turquoise tones and stuff in it, which is what I played off of. So I'll do another scene card here for you. Let me zoom in. So this one is same concept, using a full 6x6, cutting it down to size. I made my own mat with my ink. This is off of the Sugar Plum Pines paper. And so this one overhangs so that when you open this, you've got the full scene of that 6x6. And then I just added a white layer over here to do a little note and add a little greeting of what you wanted for that. Then I took the Starlit Pines stencil and I did a nice little green to match that paper pad from the Sugar Plum Pines. Then I put over it, what's it called again? Evergreen Evening glitter glaze. Matted it with the Sugar Plum Pines there. Then I just did pink and green, but I kind of did a up and down stroke like a violin with my green just to get some variegated green in there. Just some dark and lights. So just kind of did this little swipe and then muted it out to pink for that one. And then this one is one I was referring to as just being that easy, simple, no-brainer kind of card. I just used the what's that one called again? This one's the Starlit Pines stencil. I used a turquoise and I just did around the edge of each tree on the stencil and then blended it towards the middle to leave it light. Then I just matted 2 strips of the washi tape, and then this is from the glitter cardstock from the Wonderland collection. And then this one is my sleigh stencil. I cut it out, I blended it, then I just added the that snow. What's that called again, Walter? You had yours out. I don't have mine out.
Oh, it's the frosty finish, textured finish.
Yeah, so frosty finish here up on the edge of. Yeah, and then 2 strips of washi. So super, super easy. On the back here, I did the snowflake off of that stencil, and I just put on the tinsel twinkle glaze just to give it some sparkle snowflakes in the background there as well. So those are kind of try to get all the products into the simple cards. So those were my cards. And then, oh, you're done now too, aren't you?
Fabulous. Yeah. So I can't finish my shaker tonight because I do need to let the textured finish dry before I put my dome on. But I have that background done. I'm letting that dry. I did finish my first card, which is still drying. So let me come down closer. Here is my skiing card. That's the one I made tonight. I used a different background paper on my sample, but very similar. And then the shaker, once I am able to put the dome, I then just glue the dome down. I have my paper cut out with the circle. I'll put right over with some double-sided foam tape strips. Wonderful shaker. And I have some embossing powder from another company that does not work that well. It's not Brutus Monroe. So I saved the ones that don't work that well. And this is perfect for making snow in a shaker. So I'm using up the really not as good embossing powder as filler for my shaker.
That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, fun. Oh,
you know, I have some old bottles from another company that I bought when I very first started card making. I bought from a lady off of Facebook Market, and they don't work very well either, but they're silvers. So that's okay. Now you gave me an idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I love that.
Absolutely. Yep. Definitely make some fun snow. So yeah, I'll post the pictures of the 2 cards. I'm gonna let that shaker one dry though before I put it together. Yep. And yeah, these were a lot of fun. Really simple. I mean, you really can get like these 2 cards done within an hour.
Oh yeah. This was my recreation of my original one. So I just went a little lighter on my tones for tonight, just to give it a little difference. But I just interlocked those snowflakes to lock in place, and then I put my greeting on the inside. I did use the where did I put them? There's little snowflakes on this stamp set, so I just put 3 of them on here, and I just stamped and secondary stamped each time. So I got some lighter ones and some darker ones in there just to give it that appearance of setback snow. And then you've got your scene that is full scene there.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That is my card for the evening.
I love it. That really is such a fun card. Really, really nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Right.
shall we head up?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Hopefully my camera got reset here. There we go. I could see it blacked out, so I quickly turned it on and off.
Yeah, and
Tech
it's
issues
nice
tonight.
that
My gosh.
the glitching on YouTube seemed to stop too. So
Yeah. Because I was like, it's so hard to figure out some of this stuff when it's like your screen looks good and you can't figure what do I do? What do you do?
Yeah. That's why I figured since I would just leave and come back in, and that seemed to help. So
yeah, it's like a reset or something. Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for showing up for tonight. Hopefully you got some ideas. Hopefully this inspired you to get some of the holiday product. I can tell you the washi is fantastic. This turquoisey one, the White Christmas. So check it out. There's some really great products up there. We've got remind me what's next week. We're working a couple weeks out again. So
yeah, next week is Sweet Treats.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. So we're both going to be using a different stamp set, but we have some really nice cards for next week.
Yeah, some really cool cards next week. So we will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Description down below. Don't forget to hit mine and Walter's socials are on there to follow us on Instagram and YouTube. Those are both down at the bottom of that description. And we appreciate you guys so very much.
Truly do. Thanks,
All right,
everyone.
bye-bye.